twins fresh out the sleeper. Push to go even deeper in devotion.
Yeah. People, it's your boy here, watching more on the Free Time Celebration of Gospel Music and Black House. This is how we do it still. So I'm about to open up on a video that's just about gone a bit viral over the couple of days, and people have been kicking back on it. So I thought, you know what the heck, I'll kick back on it still anyway, yeah. And so we're going. It's done by a American, I think it's former quarterback, Cam Newton. But you'll see what I'm saying. Why would he kick back on it? Because I feel like sometimes certain voices are not heard in his spheres. You have people kicking back about certain things. But I'll give you my opinion about this anyway. So yeah, and if because what, still, yeah, guys, a lot of young men are watching this and actually believe in the hype. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes So I'm just gonna give my perspective on this and see how it goes from there. Let's kind of put it out the shot. Yeah, that's it. Put that door. That's it. Ooh, okay, right. Let's go.
See my situation and I think that I'm not high function.
What situation?
See my situation. That's a very vague question, and it's for you.
What situation are you referring to that they're looking at and thinking is not high function?
Just my life.
Your life entirely, or your life in relationships?
My life.
See, don't deflect. Let's stay here. Your life entirely, or your life in relationships?
Both, really.
It's very, very. And sometimes I think that he said, in terms of his life, I want to slow this down actually, because I did take it to speed, but let's go to 1, 2, 5, because what, still, guys, it's quite interesting how still, yeah, he refers to himself as high life, because he might have had it hard as a child, young person, and sometimes when we make it, so-called make it and make loads of money, we seem to think that's the high life, what I mean, and it gets to our head, what I'm saying, it's just like one day you're here, today you could be on the ground again, bro. But it's amazing how he sees himself so highly. Anyway, carry on. Well, my girl kind of breaks him down a bit still anyway.
They think that you're low functioning.
No. Sorry, my girl, Dr. Bright. Bryant.
I don't.
You just said people see your life and think you're not high functioning. The opposite of that would be low functioning.
No. Okay, so here you go. You're trying to take my intentions away from this. Can I correct it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or can I give you more?
Yeah, some more information. Heck yeah.
So, I'm not married, right? I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
I didn't do my research. I thought it was 4, but 8. Okay.
No, baby.
Cool.
It's
by how
8.
many women?
3. And this is the kicker. I want more. Now.
Hold a second, guys. Right. So. I can't say I don't know guys who ain't got 8 children. And I laugh embarrassingly, it's embarrassing. I know guys who got that many children. So I'm talking from a different angle now, guys. You know what I'm saying? But he's got 3 children. No, 3 women that's had 8 children for him. Divided to be. All right, cool. So that's definitely unbiblical lifestyle. You know what I'm saying out there still. Anyway, yeah. But let's dive into this. I don't want to get too judgmental because you know what, guys just doing his thing. Crazy thing.
By multiple women. What's the intent?
I just want God to bring him. I just want God to bring him.
Oh, okay.
Okay. One thing I hate about Americans, just putting it out there still, yeah. Anything they want to say, I want God to bring them. What's God got to do this? And I know they're referring to Christian God. You know what I'm saying? Jehovah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, whatever. Wherever, whoever you see, the Christian. I know he's referring to the Christian God, Yahweh. Why do we get dragged into anything which has got nothing to do? God is not going to give you something like women to anyway. That's my response to that part. When the beings and God into this, don't bring God into this, bro. You're doing your own thing. You're not asking God before you go and impregnate all these women. Sure.
And you just
because my point is this: my desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So, as you would say it, Dr. Brian, you said it. I didn't say it. I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
Drinking and driving is.
Okay, he's just taking his time. Taking his time. What? He's taking his time in terms of marriage because he's scared of divorce. I appreciate this fear of divorce, but you want all the benefits, you want all the cakes, your sweets, and you don't want to pay anything for it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like yo, sometimes, you know, when we get to, he's like a guy who's done really well for himself, and he's like, bro, like, it's got to your head. Absolutely got to your head. But anyway.
You're not taking your time.
I am, though.
You're being very action-based. You're not taking your time. You're being very action-based.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action-based. You have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active. Okay? So you're creating, and disclaimer, the kids are innocent. They are beautiful and amazing. Anything I say has nothing to do with them babies, because I can't wait to be a mom, and I love the kids, period. But you are proactively choosing where you want to be active at and where you want to take your time. You want to take your time in having a wife because of your own fears. But you will, and I say this with all respect and love, what I'm about to say next, okay, Cam? But you will selfishly create broken families, even if you're in their life and you're a proactive father, and I believe you're an amazing daddy. I can only imagine with just your presence and knowing you thus far. But these families are still broken. Every child cannot have Papa in the house with them. So some child, if not all will end up with some kind of deficit without daddy being there. Now, you...
As she's describing this, it's actually quite a good way she's done this anyway. Still, yeah, you know, and I think that sometimes, you know, the guys out there, they want to reproduce and scared of relationships, commitments, and whatsoever, but are creating broken homes. Now, a divorce happens, broken homes happen. It's always been happening, but this brother's intentionally creating broken homes. He's going in with the intention not for a long relationship, which is different to him going in there to enjoy everything else but the commitment. He doesn't want commitment. And you know what? With guys with that much money, women like that. You know what I mean? Listen, you know what? Still, I have the children. You're gonna cover everything and whatever. That's still you. So this is the fake world, guys. So guys, if you think you're gonna go out there, let's say, guys, look at the guys out there. Still, your young men coming through, watching this, going, "Yeah, man, this is the way forward." Listen, Bridget, you got enough money to do that, mate, because he's got money to get away with this. He's a top athlete. Look at this set, crazy. But internet has a space for him to show his worst self. Crazy.
Chose to do that. I'm not saying you sat there and woke up one morning and said, I want to be selfish today, so I'm going to go make a baby. Not saying that at all. But those are selfish acts at the expense of your fear. So at what point do you feel the fear? Do it anyways. And yeah, that is a low functioning behavior. To say that I am going to create these homes. Oh, let me go better. I'm going to build these houses and put kids and these beautiful women and kids in them, but I ain't going to create a home in them. I'm going to wait till I dissipate my fear to find a wife where I'm still going to be fearful with, because there's no such thing as not having some type of nerve or some type of feeling behind marrying somebody who you're spending your life with. And then I'm going to build a home with her while all these other beautiful babies have houses. That's completely unfair and it's selfish.
Just tell me.
You know, he's selfish, but he's kind of a weird one, guys. He's scared of fear. And I'm going to talk from a man's perspective as well. He's scared of divorce. But if money's not an issue, so it's not a prenup, because their man will just do a prenup. And obviously, money's not an issue because you're having children that cost money. So you got a stupid level of money. But it seems like, you know, to be honest, it must be deeper. He's probably seen divorce in the household and he's fearful of going, you know, around him, or I don't know his life like that. But he's obviously got some sort of, I mean, hang up with divorce, or it's just a fear. It's just a lame excuse to be behaving. And sometimes, you know, as a dad, if I was my son, I'd be, son, stop chatting some rubbish in my ear, man. So it's a lame excuse not to be a responsible person. Maybe he's been a great sportsman, a dedication has worn him down to just want to be just like a animalistic instinct human being, like for the rest of his life, because he's had to work so hard to where he get to. I don't know, but I don't really buy into, oh, I'm scared of divorce. He just use it as a cute one for her to do, but it is selfish of him. It is selfish of him to put them children and women, not too much the women, because women knew what was going on, knew what the time it is anyway, so they knew who they were linking with and whatsoever still. So you know, but the children, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes when women are doing these conversations, it's a bit, for me, they're a bit merciful with the women. But, you know what I'm saying? But in the day, so it takes two to tango, you know what I'm saying, to make the children. So it was two consenting adults, unless somebody says something totally different, that he should be in prison for that. So two consenting adults to create a household, which he provides for. but not there for. That's a balance between providing and being there. It's a balance which this Western world creates an issue, because to provide, you can't be there. You know what I mean? As much, because you're out there providing, and your family needs you there, and you're there, you can't provide as much. It's a crazy one, that is. Absolutely crazy. But going back to it, scared of divorce, what? Man just talking sweet to my girl. Trust me. Sorry, doctor. You know what I'm saying? You've seen doctor. Look at doctor. Look at the way she dress. Yo, is that a doctor dress these days? Some guys just, white guys are going, yeah, talk a certain way. You know what I mean? Show off, and she's trying to do some mind games and catch him on a soft one because of what she's wearing. Maybe it's seductive for a doctor, isn't it? You know what I mean? So just pointing it out there. You know, I'm not saying that reflects her character, but just saying, you know, not too professional there.
When I can solve.
Yeah, almost. That's completely unfair and that's selfish. And so, yes, you're taking your time in this department, but you're not taking your time in this department, which means you're compartmentalizing. And compartmentalizing never works. Compartmentalizing hurts everybody involved. Everybody who's in this box and that box and this box and that box and this box. And then here you go over here trying to figure out what box you're going to feed or entertain or do. Then you're looking outside to figure out who's your next victim to put in the box. It's unhealthy. And it's a huge dysfunction within our Black community that I truly believe personally, statistically, mental health wise, and community wise, that Black men would stop.
Black men would what?
Stop doing that. That they would stop that dysfunctional behavior of compartmentalizing and creating houses, not homes, and then finally a home with the wife. And then you have all these other houses that are homeless, but you over here at some point when you do get a wife, if you do, I'm saying if that's what you want, you will, you'll get whatever you want. You're trying to create a home. Totally dysfunctional and extremely, that's the epitome of selfish. Epitome of selfish.
Okay. All right. So I was just listening to a chat away, Dr. Bright. So she referred to as Black men as selfish. By the way, this is not a monolith in terms of when it comes to Black men. Every colour men do the same sort of behaviour. Sorry, sis. Yeah. It is frustrating from a Black community perspective that I do know of Black men who do this, but also I do know Black men who doesn't do this, and maybe yes, per percentages wise, we may be higher than the average bear, or maybe so, you know what I mean. But we know that there's been programs in the past which has kind of forced bad behavior, lack of identity, and certain things. I'm not making excuses for Black men, but what I don't like at the end there still, yeah, which is sometimes a problem when it comes to Black men and Black women. At the moment, sometimes we scapegoat out of a focus on Black men need to stop this and this functionality of the household. Maybe Black women, you got your part to play in it. Just throw it out there, you know. And I think, you know, as a Black man, you know, everybody blames us, you know, for the dysfunctionality of our families, you know, really getting mature in life and listening to stories, listening to communications, listening to men. There's a lot more than just dysfunctional Black men, you know. And Cam's just being an idiot, man. It shouldn't be his statements and his behavior is just like whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? But in the story, it takes two to tango when it comes to making families. And what's the intention from both sides? And the society is getting worse these days. So demands are changing, and I feel like feminism has really changed really this type of perspective. Rich Black men is in a different world to normal Black men who, you know what I mean. So she's saying dysfunctional Black men. You know, we're not the best in that area statistically, but it's statistically it's the men who are children of slaves. Of the slave route. You find that African men don't really is on par, if not better than other communities. I've seen the stats for that in the UK. So you got to watch how you come from, you know what I mean. But that was interesting and frustrating at the same time, you know. I thought when they went down the black route, and it's not, like I said again, it's not only black men. I heard Elon Musk is a bit of a nasty piece of work with his work, not nasty piece of work, but he wants to reproduce, restart the world, in terms of numbers, bless the human race. I remember Genghis Khan, let's go back to the original Don. He weren't no black man either, you know what I mean? So, but now, keeping it 100, yeah, interesting article. Interview. Obviously, there's a wider interview from that anyway, so yeah, so check it out, man. But what I will say is that, not impressed at all with Cam, or even the doctor's viewpoint. She's fed up with black men. Like, really? No, she's saying fed up. Of us doing this thing. Out of all the guys I know, say for example, out of 20 guys, it's only 3 out of, say, about 50 that I know that behave like this. Just out of my personal like circle, like sports and different things. I was looking at my sporting circles. Literally, there's only about 2-3 guys like that I know. Yeah, maximum 4. So it's not that, it was too many in one sense, but it's not as much as 1 in 5. It's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. But anyway, this is Roger and Affinity X, celebrated gospel music of Black Week origin. This is how we do it.
Hi, and thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, you like, and you comment, and make sure that you're sharing the videos and watching so much more. We have loads of content.